Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever wondered what it really takes for a major company to pivot and seek massive new growth, especially, when they're facing a tricky home market?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into Dongwon Group. They're a huge player in the food industry.
A giant, really.
And they've just completed this really significant strategic move. We need to talk about it.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating case study. So Dongwon Group, they've just finalized a major business restructuring.
Okay.
Basically, their holding company, Dongwon Industrial, has made Dongwon F&B a 100% subsidiary.
Right.
And, this kind of move in such a dynamic economy, it's not just shuffling papers around.
No.
It's often, a strategic imperative, trying to unlock new growth, find efficiencies.
So our mission for you today is to explore not just what happened, but really the why behind it.
Yeah, the motivation is key.
And the benefits it brings, and critically, how this whole restructuring is designed to fuel Dongwon's global ambitions.
And in some pretty surprising ways, actually.
Exactly. We've got the sources laying out the details, and we're going to pull out the most important bits for you.
Let's dig in.
So let's start with the core maneuver itself. Dongwon Industrial, the holding company.
Right.
They finished the process, made Dongwon F&B a wholly owned subsidiary, used the stock exchange mechanism.
A comprehensive one.
And this all wrapped up July 31st.
Yeah.
But they announced it back in April.
Right. So the practical outcome, like you said, for the market is Dongwon F&B shares. They're gone. Delisted.
Delisted. Okay, so what's the big strategic why here?
Well, this is really insightful. It directly tackles something called the duplicate listing issue.
Ah, I've heard of this. It's a Korea thing, right?
Pretty common there, yeah. It's where both the parent company and its main subsidiary are listed on the stock market separately.
Okay, so why is that a problem?
Well, for investors, it's often pointed to as a big reason for the so-called Korea discount.
The undervaluation issue.
Exactly. It feels like double counting value. It complicates valuations. And honestly, it raises concerns about corporate governance clarity.
Conflicts of interest, maybe?
Potentially, yeah. And it can sometimes disadvantage the minority shareholders in the subsidiary. So fixing this, it's a big signal.
Signal about transparency.
Transparency, simpler valuation, yeah. It's more than just a technical fix.
And the market certainly seemed to think so. The reaction was immediate, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely. Dongwon Industrial saw its average daily trading volume just shoot up. Like 2.5 times. This was between mid-April and the end of July, that average.
Wow. And the stock price?
That also surged, went up by about 30%. To around 45,965 won during that same window.
Okay, that's a pretty strong vote of confidence from investors. They like the cleanup.
Yeah, that initial pop shows real confidence, but beyond that, there are direct wins for shareholders, too.
Right, because the F&B shareholders didn't just disappear.
Exactly. Those existing Dongwon F&B minority shareholders, they're now Dongwon Industrial shareholders.
And that means?
Generally, they can expect higher dividends. We have some numbers here.
Lay them on us.
Okay, so for 2024, the dividend for F&B was 801 per share.
Okay.
But Dongwon Industrial's was 1,101 per share.
So a nice bump for those former F&B holders.
A direct increase, yeah. Plus, you add in the better transparency, the simpler structure, it genuinely boosts shareholder value.
It sends a strong message about long-term returns, too.
Precisely.
So, okay, these financial impacts, they're clear. But you mentioned this sets the stage for something bigger.
Yes, and this, I think, is where it gets really interesting. This is about Dongwon finding its second growth engine.
Probably right.
On the global stage, exactly. They have this vision, uniting all their food-related businesses under one new banner, the Global Food Division.
So who's in that?
Well, the big players. Dongwon F&B, naturally, Dongwon Home Food, and then their international arms like Starkist in the U.S.
The tuna giant.
That's the one. And also Escasa over in Senegal, all working together now.
That sounds like a major shift. What are they aiming for?
The targets are, frankly, pretty ambitious. They want to boost the overseas sales share of their food business.
From what to what?
From about 22% in 2024, aiming for 40% by 2030.
Doubling down almost. That's significant.
It is. And it's not just about selling more of the same stuff. There's a huge commitment to R&D here.
Oh, what are they doing there?
They're consolidating all their scattered R&D teams into one single global R&D center.
Makes sense.
And get this, they're planning to triple their R&D budget.
Triple?
Yeah, from about 0.3% of sales this year to over 1% by 2030. That's serious investment in creating new global products.
So this isn't just about pushing Korean food out, it's about developing new things for the global market, too.
Exactly. It's a fundamental reimagining of their global approach.
And how are they approaching this? Just throwing everything at the wall?
No, actually, it seems quite strategic. They're using what they call pilot projects.
Okay, what does that mean in practice?
It means they combine the R&D and the production muscle from F&B and home food to test out new products overseas, but on a smaller scale first. See if they actually work in the market.
Like a trial run.
Sort of like a tech company testing a minimum viable product, yeah. They'll base the bigger rollouts on how things go locally.
Smart. Reduces risk in a tough global market.
Definitely. It's about measured, intelligent expansion.
So these aren't just plans on paper. You said we're already seeing things happen.
Yes, absolutely. Across different product lines, too.
Okay, give us some examples. Where are they making moves? Let's start with pet food.
Good place to start. They're really hitting the accelerator on their global pet food business.
Which brand is that?
Nutriplan. It's apparently already growing well in the U.S. and Japan.
Yep. And
the big news is a plan for a new overseas production line. It's meant to be 3 times the size of their current domestic one.
Whoa. Where would that be?
Starkist's plant in American Samoa is looking like a strong contender.
Leveraging existing infrastructure.
Makes perfect sense. Plus, they'll do joint marketing with Starkist, develop localized pet foods.
And use Starkist's distribution network. That's huge in North America.
Exactly. Tap into that existing reach across North and Central America. It's a classic synergy play.
Taking something that works at home and scaling it up smartly using group assets. Okay. What else?
Well, it gets even more interesting when you look at their core products, like tuna.
Right, Starkist.
Yeah.
But also Dongwon tuna itself.
Yes. And this raises that question, how do you make, canned tuna exciting globally?
Yeah, it's a staple, not exactly trendy.
Dongwon's found a really creative answer.
They keep us in suspense.
K-pop.
K-pop, how?
They're leveraging the massive global power of K-pop, specifically BTS Jin.
Jin from BTS.
Yeah.
As a model for tuna.
Exactly. But there's a brilliant connection. Remember his solo song from 2021, Super Tuna?
Vaguely. It was kind of a meme, right? Went viral?
Totally viral. Over 100 million YouTube views.
Yeah.
A global phenomenon.
Okay, I see where this is going.
It's genius, right? It's not just sticking a famous face on a can. It connects directly to this huge pop culture moment.
Rebranding tuna for a younger global audience.
Precisely. And now they're rolling out BTS Jin Edition tuna cans.
No way.
Yes, starting export this month, targeting the U.S., Oceania, Southeast Asia.
Wow. K-pop meets K-food. That's actually pretty clever.
Isn't it? A masterclass in using soft power.
Okay, so it's not just pet food and tuna. What about other K-food brands?
Yeah, loads of others are getting the global treatment under this unified division.
Like what?
Okay, take Yangband. That's their big traditional Korean HMR brand, home meal replacement.
Right, like ready meals, but traditional Korean food. It's been around forever in Korea.
40 years, a household name there. Now they're pushing it globally.
What specific Yangband products?
Focus seems to be on tteokbokki, the spicy rice cakes.
Everyone loves tteokbokki.
Apparently, they've been exporting it quietly to like 30 countries since 2016. But now, since early 2024, it's hitting mainstream shelves. U.S. Walmart, Japan Costco, that's a big step up.
Into everyday grocery baskets. What else from Yangband?
Their seasoned laver Yangband Gim, the seaweed snacks, always popular globally.
Sure.
And other convenience meals, too, adapted for global tastes.
So established brands getting a new push. What about, like, drinks or other categories?
Yep, diversifying there, too. For instance, Take Alive. It's a probiotic drink.
Okay.
Sells incredibly well in Japan, like 13 million units a year.
Wow.
Now it's heading for export to Taiwan and China.
Makes sense. Build on existing success.
And even Kulpis, which is a really long-standing traditional Korean drink, that's also prepping for export.
So they're really looking across their whole portfolio.
Definitely. Pushing winners from different segments into new markets.
Any examples of them adapting flavors, like fusion stuff?
Yes. Dongwon Home Foods' Vivid Kitchen brand is a great example. It focuses on low-sugar, low-calorie sauces.
Okay. Healthy angle, what kind of sauces?
This is where it gets fun. Things like kimchi chipotle mayo.
Ooh, interesting combo.
Or kimchi pesto sauce and Korean samjang BBQ sauce.
Samjang, the sauce you get with Korean BBQ. making it accessible.
Exactly. And these fusion sauces, they're already heading to the US, Australia, Vietnam, Hong Kong.
So they're really thinking about blending Korean tastes with global trends. Smart.
Very smart, thoughtful adaptation.
Okay, so if we zoom out again, all this activity, the restructuring, does it enable bigger moves down the line, like M&A?
Absolutely. That seems to be a key part of the bigger picture. The restructuring puts Dongwon Industrial in a much stronger position to lead large-scale global M&A.
How so?
Well, by bringing Dongwon F&B's capital fully under the holding company's control.
Right, it's all one pot now.
They have significantly more financial firepower. They can now more easily fund big acquisitions to expand what was mostly a domestic food business overseas.
So not just growing organically, but buying growth, too.
That seems to be the plan. Strategic acquisitions to quickly build scale and capabilities globally.
And are they leveraging their existing international assets beyond StarKist?
Yes, good point. They're planning collaborations with their tuna fishing and canning operations in Senegal.
Scassa and Capson.
Those are the ones. They see them as really valuable strategic footholds.
For where? Africa.
Potentially, but also as launch pads for future entry into the Middle East and maybe Europe, too.
Building on what they already have on the ground. Makes sense.
Using every asset strategically in this global push.
Okay, so let's try and bring this all together. What does this all really mean for you, listening and tracking global business strategy?
Well, I think it means this whole restructuring, it's Dongwon Group's really calculated answer to some tough challenges back home.
In the Korean market.
Yeah, things like, slowing economic growth, domestic consumption not really growing, fierce competition.
The classic mature market problems.
Exactly. So this isn't just a tweak. It's a bold, deliberate strategy to build that powerful second growth engine.
And really proactively reshape their future on the world stage.
Absolutely redefining themselves.
So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this.
This whole case study, it raises a really important question, I think.
Go on.
How do these big traditional companies like Dongwon, when they face saturation in their home markets, how do they creatively use not just corporate restructuring for, financial clarity, but also harness things like global pop culture phenomena, like the BTS Jin example, and adapt their traditional products?
To redefine their future.
Exactly, to redefine their future and build sustainable growth globally. It really makes you think, doesn't it? About how innovation and strategy, not just products, can unlock totally new paths for global business.